Terrell feeds the cats chicken nuggets all day. He doesn't even give them real cat food.
You don't even break up the chicken nuggets when you feed it to them?
No, he just gives them a whole chicken nugget.
This is clearly a whole nugget.
That's a whole nugget, dude. That's how they choke.
That's a whole ass nugget.
Mitch McConnell should be the most hated person in this country.
Yeah. He should be, if he isn't already. He's one of the most despicable people.
I think he should be more hated than Trump, to be honest. I think Trump is just a fucking idiot, and like just what he says is dumb. But Mitch McConnell was so complicit,
knowingly does it,
to the point where this $2,000 check, where Trump's like, "Yeah, let's push it," McConnell was like, "Nah."
Oh, but can we be honest though? Are they even really conservatives? Are they like a lot of those guys? Let's be real. Are just puppets? Like they don't.
They spend trillions on war.
They are very conservative.
They're not conservative. If they were conservative, they would reduce the spending on the military. But
they're puppets.
Well,
all right, guys. Well, let's start the podcast. Welcome to the Gin and Toxic podcast. I am Bunk, the master of ceremonies. I am joined by Luke, puppet of the state.
Yes.
Fresco, puppet of the anarchy. Eric, puppet of his own ass. And then T, puppet of the Scrud army. Welcome, all. And here we are to discuss some of our favorite conspiracy theories.
We're back from break.
We're back from break. Yeah, I feel rejuvenated.
So who wants to go first?
Well, I already have Luke's thing brought up. He seemed fired up. I was ready to just react off of it.
Okay, well, I have a conspiracy. Has nothing to do with the political sphere.
Wow, dude. I was just telling Bunk before we started. I was like, dude, I'm gonna just apologize in advance because I know you don't like to bring politics on the podcast, but there's no way of avoiding it with all of conspiracy theories. So I'm very intrigued to find something that has nothing to do with politics.
Okay, so yeah, this one, it's gonna blow your mind. I've done tons of research on it. Mm-hmm. I've watched lots of YouTube videos.
Wouldn't lie.
Tons of 4chan threads. Like, this is probably the most. Yeah, the hard research. This is probably the most legitimate research too. So lately, I've been experiencing this phenomenon where, like, things just happen and there's no explanation for it at all, like none whatsoever. I can't explain it. Other people can't explain it. But it keeps happening.
Cat food.
Yes. So
I fucking knew it, you piece of shit.
Let him speak.
There's a running theory that for whatever reason we have a poltergeist, because that's the only logical explanation for why the food is just so full. Because I've been accused many times of overfeeding the cats, but I don't feed the cats. It's been months, so I let my roommate do it. I'm not going to name any names, but my roommate does it, and for whatever reason, the cats are getting fatter. I can't figure it out. I did some research. Poltergeist is the only thing that comes up, or Terrell just overfeeds them. I don't know.
Two possible things.
Here's another thing, Eric. You're a piece of fucking shit who lies right on the. I can't believe you lied on the podcast.
I'm not lying.
Don't feed the cats in.
I don't feed the cats.
God. Oh my.
See, what you don't seem to understand is I have hours of videos of YouTube videos that I've watched to prove nothing. You don't even have that.
Why does that cat look like Simon Cowell? I
literally. Explain this, Terrell.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm the Simon Cowell fat cat.
Explain this.
You can't. Therefore, you did it.
Disgusting.
I can't see it.
Disgusting.
You have to click on the stream, and then you'll see it. All right, that's another factoid that I'm adding to my case. Terrell doesn't know how streams work.
Well, doesn't even know how stream work. He
doesn't even see it.
He hasn't done the research.
Yes,
watch the YouTube videos on how to watch someone stream.
I've looked at thousands of cat pictures, and the only conclusion I could come to is that
analyzed
Terrell overfed the cats.
True.
I mean, you got no evidence against this, so.
And Terrell's not defending himself either.
Well, because Eric, you're a lying sack of shit who knows he's fed the cats and just say, no, T, feeding the cats that one little is not enough, man. Yeah.
Well, you're
Why
feeding
is
them
he
a quarter.
like a hippie now?
Yes.
You know,
Thank
Eric would put so much food into the bowl that sometimes I'd wake up like, oh, wow, Eric put so much food in here. I don't even have to feed him because there's already so much in here.
Do you have picture evidence?
I know you know you
Do
did
you
it.
have photo evidence?
If it pleases the court, I could bring up the photo evidence.
Bring up the photo evidence. Bring up Exhibit A and B. Now, I'd just like to say, before Bunk brings these up, that these are totally undoctored photographs. I took them with my phone after working a hard day at work. A long, hard day. I come home, and the cats have eaten so much food that they're on their backs, gasping for air because they just couldn't get it down. But there was still tons of... Look at that.
Look at that.
Despicable.
You can't even see the bowl.
It's a ball. There's supposed to be
That's
treats in it.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a treat
I know,
ball.
but you can't even see the bowl.
There's the bowl. You
There's
can
the
see
bowl.
it, kind of.
Yeah, no.
Right there,
You
can see.
son of a bitch! You took the bowl out of the plastic container and put food over it just to fucking troll? Are you that... Did you go that low?
No, Terrell, as funny as that would be, I really wish I came up with that. That's like an S tier
do
troll.
The
That's
fact
an
that
S tier
T knew
troll.
where the bull was makes me question how T knew
Yeah.
that.
I was interested.
Hmm.
It wouldn't be
Who-
like that.
Who would do that just to have to clean it up?
Yeah, why the fuck would I do that?
Look at
Seems
that.
like you just overfed
This
the cat.
is the one that disgusts me. Why would you cover the ball with food? This
Yeah,
This
that
is
doesn't
a-
even
this
make
is
any
a-
So
damn
they can
sense.
find the
Plaything.
treat inside.
This is meant to stimulate physical activity and play, and then you've covered it with fat.
Or some people named Eric took the ball and put it in the fucking pile to be funny.
You want to know what else gets me on this? I have 2 cats myself. And I know anytime that food even comes out, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
The cats were fed so much food that when the time of this picture being taken, they didn't even want to eat the stuff that's on the ground because they're not in the picture.
You
They're so-
can't have 2 cats.
This is after the cat's
I have
already
2
eaten
cats.
some of the food.
Just
Yeah,
win.
He does have 2 cats.
He does have 2 cats. It is known.
I have Rinka and S'more.
How much
Yeah.
do you feed them a day, Luke?
I feed them like
How many of this per day?
feed them half a cup twice a day.
Half a cup for 2 cats or half a cup per cat?
So like 2 cups a day is how much I put out for the
Huh.
cat.
Oh, so a full cup per cat.
Now,
That
seems
for-
like
for our
That's
audio listeners,
that's a
could you
rounded
explain
6 cups right
about
there.
how many cups this appears to
Oh,
be?
I'm
Is
gonna
this
say
one
that's
cup?
at
Dude,
least
that
6
pile was like up to my, like halfway up my shin.
Ankle?
Halfway up my shin. That's how big that pile. The picture doesn't do it justice.
Well, it doesn't do it justice, but why'd you do it, Eric? Why did you do it?
I didn't do anything. As funny as that
Totally
would be,
did that.
and how clever that would be, I didn't do this. That's too clever. I don't think even I could do that.
See, what
Your
T
cat's fat.
T is explaining is a conspiracy theory. The conspiracy
No.
that Eric lied and purposely planted this evidence to.
So cats can eat a
Accusing.
cup of food a day, yet Terrell claims he's putting them on a diet.
He's literally giving them
Of a third
quarter
cup.
cup a day. No, a quarter.
A quarter cup.
Oh, I thought he was giving them 2/3 of a cup.
No, he's giving them a quarter each a day.
He claims.
He
To
claimed.
do some
it's-
math for
claimed.
everybody, a quarter of a cup is less than 1 cup.
I said 2/3 of a cup a day
Per cat or for both of them?
per cat.
No, you said it was total because you were
Yeah.
doubling it.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
saying
double
total, yes.
2/3 of a cup.
So Terrell's
You said
food plan, when
double
he
a
says
cup.
when he says 2/3, he means roughly about 12 cups on top of the food dish.
Yes.
How big is it? All depends on how big the cup is, I guess. This could be 2/3 of a cup.
He's using a supersize me cup.
He's using that.
Big gulp.
So do you know
Yes.
do you know like a trick or treat bucket?
the McDonald's buckets you get.
Yes. About that size.
It's about that. Okay, 2/3 of
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Is how much one or two cats should eat.
So he does,
day.
when he says 2/3, he fills up 2 full buckets and then doesn't do it a third time. So 2/3
Yes.
of 3 buckets.
He takes the third bucket and then fills it up 2 times.
Yeah, exactly. All right, T. We're gonna give you the chance to come clean before we put this to bed.
No, Eric, you are such a troll liar. You undermined me. I tried to feed him properly, and you know damn well you will always come back and feed him. Because here we go. Or one Caddy's always annoying and complains about it, and Eric will just fill up the bowl just to shut her up, and I keep telling him not to do it, and he's probably just doing this because he gets mad at me about it all the time. I was like, dude, stop filling up the bowl, Eric. He knows I complain about him all the time about it.
Why would I be mad?
I mean, it's obviously you're starving the cats, though.
Why would I be mad at
Luke
you?
is feeding them a clean cup.
Yeah.
Dude, she will eat an entire thing. You will watch her do it, and then she will still go back to the thing acting like she didn't eat. She is a glutton. You got to
Because you feed her this much food at times.
I wasn't feeding her like that. Eric feeds her like that.
She was expecting an overflowing cup, and you didn't give it to her, and then you gave it to her.
I did not do this.
Well, of course you don't keep eating.
Again,
He
I did
did
not do
this.
this. Eric did this. He's a liar.
T did this.
Eric did this.
T is angry because I caught him red-handed.
I do hate to
There's
bring
nothing
this
he-
up so late in the trial, but I must address this as I feel it is important.
That's such a good picture.
Please
really?
explain
Let's
this
see,
picture.
All right, hold on 1 second. Can you guys hold on? Pause the trial. I gotta do something real quick. Just pause the trial.
That was a trial,
It's
okay.
not an online
Intermission.
game. I'll be right back. But absorb
Alright.
this picture in. Have our audience take this.
Is that a chicken nugget?
It is a
Just take
chicken
it
nugget.
in. We'll
It is a
explain.
chicken nugget.
Terrell will explain.
It is a chicken nugget. And this will take a short break. This is sponsored by Hims. It's not.
Your dick not work? Try Hims.
Is that what? Oh yeah, that is what it does.
Are your balls itchy? Just throw some Gold Bond on.
Are you masturbating on the pod? Don't do that.
Are you balding?
Just throw a hat on.
Yeah. Let's wear a trucker hat.
I'm back. Did Terrell say a bald joke?
No.
No, they did.
We were doing our sponsorship.
A sponsorship which we will never get now.
All right, so here we are, looking at the photo. At first glance, what would you say that is, Luke?
I mean, I would think it's a chicken nugget or a fish stick.
A chicken nugget.
Well,
like a chicken nugget,
enhance.
Interesting. Yes,
Enhance.
But that's a McDonald's McChicken chicken nugget.
Chicken
Yeah.
nugget, clearly.
that would be correct. Now, where would a cat get a chicken nugget?
From Terrell's chicken nugget box. Probably.
Cats can't drive. They don't have thumbs.
Cats only have 4 fingers. They don't have
Yeah.
thumbs.
Yeah. Well, they do, but that's not the point.
If the paws don't steer, the answer is clear.
Bring up an X-ray of cat's paws, please.
But are they? They're not. They're not
Please, yeah.
opposable.
All right. Pause the trial. Cat X-ray. Boom! Right there. So look, there's 5 toes.
But it's not.
I,
It's not an opposable.
See,
thumb.
1, 2, 3, 4. and then
oh,
the
that's
fifth.
that's a toenail, dude.
That's a 5th appendage.
The 5th digit.
5th digit. Yeah,
Barely.
There is a 5th.
but it's 1.
They're not grabbing chicken nuggets with it.
Yeah, well, they're not driving a car to get their own chicken nuggets. So
Yeah, what was this to prove that cats can't drive?
the point is, Walt can't drive a car. I don't want to be considered caddist, but Walt's not very intelligent either. So even if he could drive a car, his feet can't touch the pedals, Your Honor. Terrell feeds the cats chicken nuggets all day. He doesn't even give them real cat food.
You don't even break up the chicken nuggets when you feed it to them?
No, he just gives them a whole chicken
This
nugget.
is clearly a whole nugget.
It's a whole nugget, dude. That's how they choke.
Like a whole
Once
ass
again,
nugget.
Your Honor, my apparently opponent here is a stone cold liar because Eric knows that Walt's the chicken nugget bandit before I even came back into this place. And again, it was Eric's watch that let him get that chicken nugget.
Wait, whose nugget was this?
It had to be Terrell's.
Eric.
Terrell
it's
eats
Eric's.
McDonald's all the time.
Every day.
Eric eats McDonald's all the. Eric's kids eat McDonald's all the time.
That's from a
Not
20
true.
piece.
And Aria.
That's from a 20 piece, though.
That's a 20-piece chicken nugget. You can tell.
You can
By the-
just,
Dude, you can check my DoorDash and Uber Eats record. I haven't ordered a 20-piece chicken nugget.
You DoorDash
fucking-
McDonald's?
Yes.
What about a 6?
Yes.
About a 6-piece.
Doesn't that double the cost of the McDonald's?
Dude, just go and drive to it.
Doesn't want to.
I don't feel like
Alright.
More evidence. Terrell doesn't like going to buy food. He just gets it ordered.
Eric,
So why would he go get cat
Well,
food? He just gives them chicken nuggets.
I eat all my McDonald's, Eric. Unlike you,
I've
there's still
seen-
French
I've
fries from that
seen
kid's
you-
meal in the lounge area.
There's still French fries.
I've seen you eat, T. You do not eat a full 20-piece in one sitting.
I don't order 20 pieces. That's what I'm
Yeah,
fucking
six
saying. That's
pieces.
too much fucking McNuggets.
You get
He
six
gets 3
pieces?
6-pieces.
I get a 10-piece usually.
2 10-piece.
You know that the 20-piece is actually just 2 10-pieces together, right?
It is just 2 boxes, yes.
Confirmed. Those are
But
your
Terrell, can I
nuggets.
ask you something? You referred to Eric as a nugget thief.
No,
No.
Is
he
that
ref-
true?
I will defend T on
I
this
thought-
one.
The
He
cat is
referred
the
to
nugget
Walt
thief.
as the nugget. Yes.
Oh, okay.
A nickname Eric gave the cat.
Oh, okay.
I would-
See, I'm glad I brought this up.
Because he was stealing your nuggies.
Walt has an addiction, dude, and the point is that you're enabling his addiction.
The point is, Eric, you let your kids eat nuggets and let him throw them on the floor and let him get to them.
The point is,
I have to fish them out of his mouth sometimes.
You fish him out. Let him
You
have
look
the
at the
nugget.
scars on my hand.
all right.
Let him have
You're
the
blind
nugget.
sweeping a cat's mouth?
Yeah,
Dangerous.
see, this is how Terrell starves the cats. He'll sweep
Oh,
food
by
out
not
of their
letting them
mouth.
eat processed.
Who gives a fuck, dude? They're cats.
I'm
This is-
confused. Is Terrell starving the cats or is he overfeeding the cats?
He claims-
about the cat's diet. He
He
takes.
claims to starve them, but he overfeeds them.
That's the point.
That's the conspiracy.
I'm
He claims this. I buy them exercise toys and food.
Terrell,
balls.
you bought them one food ball. That hardly counts as exercise.
What's a food? I don't. Is this ball supposed to have food in it?
The ball, yes. So
Yeah,
I'll
you put a
demonstrate.
treat inside of it and they have to play with it until it comes out.
Yeah, you open it up, fill it
Oh,
with food,
it's like a
and then
puzzle.
the cats have to bat it around for it to fall out.
Well, it's clearly that's not how it's being used in this picture.
Yeah, Terrell doesn't know how. That's why he did that.
Oh, that's why Eric literally dumped it in the pile of food and just took a picture
Terrell.
of it. It was on the floor.
Terrell reverse fooded it and put it in a
Yeah.
pile of food so the cats would have to eat the food to get to the ball. Instead of play with the ball to get the food.
He McDonald's them. He hid the toy in the food, which would explain why he loves McDonald's so much and gave him the chicken nugget.
Wrong,
also.
Bunk. The cats actually hate the toy, so they wouldn't even go
They
near
use it.
So
Because you fed them too much, dude. They don't need to use it.
Terrell was trying to feed them their daily caloric intake out of the ball.
What? No wonder they fucking hate it.
it's
Their only food comes from
like
the
the,
ball.
it's like a gulag in a toy.
Yeah, they gotta work to get it. Like, so the completely pointless.
Ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury. All right, Bunk, go back to Exhibit A. Yes, thank you. Now, if the cat food does not fit in the dish, you must acquit.
And
Well.
there's
But it doesn't fit in the dish.
I don't
All
know.
right, I think it's time for closing statements on the cat on
Closing
Cat
statement is
versus Terrell.
closing statement against the defense is that, as you can see, he gets really loud and angry at me for no reason when I definitely
You win the debate.
don't feed the cats. Did you say I won already?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
never
he got
mind.
mad and angry.
Thank you. So,
Only someone
Terrell,
who's guilty would do that.
Terrell, your final closing statement.
I will concede that this photo may have been doctored slightly.
To do such a thing.
I thought you won the. I thought you were about to win.
So I
And now-
photoshopped in one extra piece of food.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Well, for that reason, this is no longer evident. We can't accept this
The
evidence.
second
We have
one's
to
totally
tell the
legit.
Jury, please discount all that. That evidence is no longer creditable.
You just discredited your evidence in your closing
The entire evidence. It's doctored now.
So the second photo is totally legit. I did not do anything.
Okay.
I did
Okay.
not do anything for that photo.
I'm gonna have to go out and edit, delete the footage of the first one. Now no one can know.
Also, Terrell doctored the photo of Walt eating a chicken nugget.
He made him fatter.
He made him fatter,
He made
and he
him
removed
fatter.
the other.
That's how I.
He removed-
That's how you can't see.
I can
Oh,
see it, dude. You can see how the line in the carpet kind
Stretched.
of goes out.
Yeah, seems stretched. And he also photoshopped out the other 19 nuggets of his 20-piece nugget that he definitely purchased.
Well, I guess that solves that. Case closed.
Yeah, we don't even need a final statement from T.
No, this is when we do. What do you think? Leave in the comments below.
Please watch to the end
What-
of this clip.
If you think that the cat is eating the chicken nuggets or not.
All right, let's listen to a real conspiracy.
Let's talk maybe a less exciting conspiracy.
Please.
A less important one than the cat food.
Now keep the cat one up with the X-ray.
This one is just I'll leave the X-ray just in case we need it because I feel like it's gonna come up. Well, Luke has a great one.
Luke has a good one.
I have a couple good ones. All right.
At least, yes.
This one I did not hear from a fellow coworker. I saw it on Twitter. So, some background about this. This is a memorandum that the Joint Chiefs of Staffs put out. I think it was either today or late yesterday. And it's basically the Joint Chiefs of Staffs condemning everything that happened on January 6th. As you can see on the screen, this is everyone in the Joint Chiefs of Staff's signature. Now, everyone just take a look at these signatures.
Sure.
Apparently, these signatures are all written the same way from the same person.
I can see several J's that are all different.
That's what I was just
That's a
saying.
D. That's not even a... Yeah, 3 different J's.
Three different...
Oh, that's
People
D.
different D's.
Two different D's.
So, not only that, General Miley, which I have one of his challenge coins, which is a big deal, but that's for another day. I actually met this guy in person because I found his identity card on the ground when I was swimming, which is like a big deal because
He's not
it has...
Because you're not supposed to.
Yeah, not supposed to lose it. I had a fucking 4-star general's identity card in my hand for a little bit, but I found him and gave it back to
So
him.
you're part of the conspiracy now, and he told
I might
you,
be part of the conspiracy.
and
now.
he
I'm
said,
putting-
"Hey, how good are you at faking signatures?"
Yeah, whatever Luke's saying is null and void because he's part of it. He just wants us.
He is now
not
part of the
believe it.
conspiracy. But we got insider information onto the truth.
So you found Mr. Mark A. Millie's thing?
Mark
Yeah.
A. Milley came to Luke and said, "Hey, how many different ways can you write a J?"
I'll even for reference later at the end of the podcast, I'll take a picture of it, send it in so people could see it that I actually met this dude.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Sweet.
he is the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staffs. He even went out on television saying, "We are putting out this memorandum. All of us agreed on it. We all signed it, and then went through everything." Well, there are super far right people that are saying that they're all the same person signed them. Their signatures don't match other memorandums that they signed, which is false. I looked up a couple of General Miley's signature, and it is exactly the same. To look it up. Yeah, we need a reference.
Some people don't change. Some people change their signatures.
I mean,
when they
you
sign
should-
stuff.
But dude, also how many times?
Yeah.
How many times a day do you think these guys sign? You're not. I sign my name different every time I sign it. Okay, right there. That's not from the same document. That
The
first
first
one.
one's not, it looks like it is.
It looks exactly like the one that he
digital
wrote.
signature.
Almost exact. The W's are the same.
I didn't click on it because I thought it was from the same.
They're different inks. They can't be the same
This
handwriting.
is true.
Well, why would they be W's? They're M.
Did you see how easy it was for me to
Or
look
M
up
or
his
whatever.
handwriting so I could copy it? Conspiracy confirmed. See? It's too similar.
Conspiracy is that now all of the generals are on the sides of the deep cabal, whatever, and that we can't trust the generals anymore, which is...
Yeah, but why would they fake this? Who's gaining? Who's winning with this fake signature?
What I don't understand is all these right-wingers are so pro-military, and now they're just fuck the military's on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's your allies at this point, guy?
Yeah, who was
Nobody.
on your side? Because everybody you was supposed to be on your side has turned against you and is now actively fucking you. What? The Republicans are no longer on your side. The military is no longer on your side. The vice president's no longer on your side. Who's on your side? It sounds like
That's the point. They're all part of the cabal.
Oh, and that's what they're upset about.
They're all
Yes.
part of the cabal, apparently.
In the heart of this.
I know you-
Apparently,
Yeah.
the entire United States, except for these super far right extremists, are part of the cabal.
I don't even know what that is.
yeah.
But
I know you guys.
Oh,
know
dude,
that.
look up. It's the pedophile ring cabal.
what's a cabal? What's a
Cool.
Pedophile.
Is it with a C?
You might not want to look that up.
Right, you had it right. It was K.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it this? This is pretty cool.
There it
Is
is.
this it?
That's the cabal.
It
Yep.
means a conspiracy.
We got a thumbnail. Cabal.
So yeah, that was just one I found on Twitter right before this. But the interesting one is Susan Rosenberg.
Well, Rosenberg is gonna tell me she's a Jew, so I know they don't like that.
Oh yeah, already.
So, this is the fucking try-hard Republican guy that I work with. Disclaimer to anyone that's listening to this, I am a registered Republican. I do not support anything that is happening right now. So, when I speak about Republicans, I'm speaking about, like, the fucking crazy people that still think Trump won because of voter fraud. So, anyways, so I have this guy who is actively in the United States Army, is a colonel in, like, the National Guard or something. I don't fucking know. I wasn't listening to what he did. He was just trying to, like, strong arm me because I was a fucking sergeant in the Army. So he wanted to be like, oh, yeah, I'm a colonel. Anyways, he's talking about Susan, back in, like, the 80s or something, was a domestic terrorist, planted a bomb, like, did a bombing, went to prison for, like, 16 years. On Bill Clinton's last day in office, but she was an activist, so it had something to do with she was an activist for like a lot of things, but it had something to do with like this Black Liberation Front or something like that. Anyways, she goes to prison. Clinton commutes her on his last day, let her out. A lot of people were upset about it on both sides of the aisle just because she fucking committed a bombing.
He also pardoned his brother who did cocaine. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so this lady gets out, comes out of prison, continues to be an activist, but this time, like, not an extremist, like, hates big government, just hates government in general. Gets a couple of teaching jobs. A lot of the schools that she was teaching for got pressured out of, like, keeping her as a teacher, obviously because she was a domestic terrorist. Anyways, so this guy's like telling us a whole story about her, and I'm like thinking like, oh shit, this lady's fucking crazy. He probably shouldn't have commuted her, which I feel like a lot of people would agree. Like, you know, I don't know, that's kind of like touchy subject. I wouldn't commute someone that did that. Anyways, this guy goes, and you want to know who she is now? One of the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm thinking like, dude, you just said Susan Rosenberg. Chances are that lady is not black, and I'm almost pretty sure she was not a founding member of the Black Lives Matter movement. But he was like, see, it's all conspiracy. The Clintons have been trying to get the Black Lives Matter movement going since they commuted her. They're all part of it. You know, they're the ones that cause all the distress in here. So I look her up. Is she a part of the Black Lives Matter movement? Kind of. She's like, works for like an advocacy group that helps with like fundraising of like other activist groups. She's like on a board of trustees for like fundraising. Nowhere even close in like the leadership. And this guy was just hell-bent on the fact that this lady started Black Lives Matter because the Clintons commuted her, and it's like this one big whole conspiracy that's been happening since 2001. But
so he said that she's the founder of this, much like how Obama is the founder of ISIS. Is that the same like?
Well, what gets me is people they say these things now because they're trying to justify what happened at the Capitol by going, you know, it's like the both sides are bad thing. Well, you know, we're not the worst because, you know, Black Lives Matter was created by a terrorist. No, it's not the same. They're two different things.
And so, yeah, that was, and what got me the most is this guy, and I won't name names just because his career deserves to be fucked for saying shit like this, but you're a commissioned officer in the United States Army. You should not be spreading any conspiracy.
Misinformation, yeah.
Especially ones like this. Like, dude, you're trying to say that a former acting president and his wife, who are also tied to a bunch of other conspiracies, were the ones that started the Black Lives Matter movement. It's like, dude, fucking chill.
You can't.
When Black Lives Matter has actively like come out against the Clintons because of the whole super predator thing and all kinds of shit.
Dude.
Like, what are you talking about?
The Clintons. How many times I've heard fucking George Soros' name named at work? It's like, dude, come on. Man.
I know. When am I getting my Soros bucks, dude?
It's like the.
That's what I want to know.
And people were like, "Oh yeah, all these crisis actors are paid by George Soros." I saw this one guy, you know, before Trump's Twitter got taken down. I loved just sitting in the comment section because it's fucking ripe with conspiracy theories. And this one guy posted this video of like evidential proof that the government aids in Antifa, and it was like the FBI and this guy is like videotaping from his phone and it's showing like these vans coming up and like the FBI is letting Antifa come in. They just escorted Antifa and dude, nothing about these people coming off the bus indicated that they were from Antifa whatsoever. They're just people that weren't Trump supporters.
Yeah, Antifa.
And then my favorite part about all this, and I think I've said it in like our comment section outside of this podcast, is the best part about all this is the day it was happening, everyone was for it. That was on that side. They were all, oh yeah,
they were posting on social media that they were there, and like we're doing
it's just so great. and then it comes out.
This is actually bad.
Again, conspiracy theorists that it's Antifa that's behind it. So they're like, oh, I don't agree with this anymore. It's Antifa behind it. It's like, dude, so you're admitting one of two things. One, you're just fucking uneducated as all hell and just can't think for yourself, and so you just rely on other people saying stuff. Or two, let's just go with your narrative that Antifa did do it. You supported Antifa. You allowed Antifa to manipulate your brain. So who is actually the fool? You are the fool either way. Your role plays out.
Did you see that guy that was climbing the side there and fell?
Fell?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking hilarious.
I saw one of the memes where the guy fell and then they like had him flying through space from falling.
Yeah.
Or like the
Yes.
from
Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah, that was a good conspiracy. A lot of
Yeah, dude.
I'm
people
I love conspiracies, man.
It's like they can't see the obvious conspiracy in front of them that the government does use its power to enrich itself, to enrich themselves. Do something about that.
Yeah.
Like that's the for
See,
real. Like you can't see the.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. What gets me is that these people are the kind of people that, as a progressive or whatever you want to call me, these are the kind of people that you would think would come up with conspiracy theories to hate people like Donald Trump. But in some way, shape, or form, they've all melded their mind to believe that he is a savior when he has done effectively nothing that he said he was going to do. And on top of it, he is literally, when he says we're gonna drain the swamp shit, he is literally the creature from the Black Lagoon. You can't why do you
There's gotta be like a sunken
person
cost
who is literally the problem?
fallacy
if
thing
you
going
took
on.
Donald Trump's name off of anything and just wrote a transcript of his life, right, and just gave it to these people and said, and you're like, dude, look at this cabal member. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I want you to guess. They would never guess Trump. But if you were like, dude, this is Trump, and it's like, they're going to be, no. See, that's just Trump infiltrating the cabal.
Yeah.
These people are so fucking brainwashed.
Yeah.
That their conspiracy series are just backed by more conspiracy theories and refusing to acknowledge that they were just wrong about something. Like, it's okay to say, like, oh, I voted for him 4 years ago, and I'm completely wrong, and I did not expect that. Like, okay, sure, I'll get it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt then. But...
yeah. I actually have been doing what Fresco suggested. When people say these nonsense things, as a Bernie Sanders supporter, by saying things to them that anybody would agree to because it makes sense. But, one of the things I said to the guy I was talking to today at work was, I go, they should take big money out of politics that has no place. It's legalized bribery. I go, we should be backing politicians that don't take money from lobbyists and what is it? All that kind of shit.
Yeah, lobbying should be fucking illegal.
Yeah, the guy goes, yeah, I totally agree. And he's like eating it up. He's loving it. This is one of these conspiracy nuts. He's just eating it up. And I go, okay. He goes, yeah, I'll vote for him next time. Who is it? I go, oh, Bernie Sanders. He goes, oh, I'm not voting for that socialist. It's like, dude, you like everything I'm saying. You agree with everything I'm saying. And then when I give you the politician that has literally been doing this forever, you don't want to have anything to do with it because he's been labeled by this socialist crap. Are you ready to admit that maybe socialism isn't a terrible idea? Maybe just maybe it's worth a shot because whatever we're doing now doesn't work. It doesn't work.
There's definitely rooms for it to be in place.
But
yeah, that's what I mean. Like there's spots. It makes sense. Socialism exists in
that's-
America, like Social Security. And then I brought that up. I go, what do you think about FDR then? He goes, well, he did what he had to do, and he was a great president. I go, yeah, he came up with Social Security, welfare, like all this sort
Literally
of
the
stuff.
person that created social democracy in this country.
Yeah, and I say that, and he goes, well, it was great then, but it's bad now. I go, how is it bad now? Do you not want Social Security when you retire? Do you want to just do away with it, all the money that you've put into it, and as an adult?
And dude,
goes,
this is coming.
People abuse it. People abuse these things. People abuse welfare. They abuse things like that. I go, but what you're not getting is that it's such a small percentage of the people that utilize these things that essentially it doesn't exist. And he goes, well, I know people who are career welfare users. I go, who and how? And how haven't they been caught yet? And why would they do that when they could get a job that gives you more than any fucking welfare program that I could think of?
Matter of fact, if you're such a good guy, rat him out.
Yeah, rat him out.
No,
you
well,
don't,
dude, and here's the other thing, dude. These people that are saying this are part of a union.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That is
part
literally the same thing.
If communism would be taken over, it is run by unions.
Yes, dude, this is literally what I say to him every time. That I always end it by like, well, I guess you don't like the union. No, I love the union. Well, it's a form of socialism, so you can't like it by nature. Well, it's not the same. It is the same. We're all equal. We all make the same amount of money. Nobody gets raises. We're all treated the same. It's the same thing. It's literally the same fucking thing.
Dude, it's so socialist to the concept that if you were to tell one of the union guys you got to work an extra hour and it's not in their union contract, they're going to say
freak
no.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I forget, it's off topic, but I saw a picture of one of the Trump's, not in what you're looking at, Buck, but I saw a picture on Reddit of a protester or a terrorist, a domestic terrorist, carrying. He had like a flagpole. It had the American flag at the top and then the Georgian flag underneath. This stupid fucking idiot literally went to Amazon.
That's a Georgia country flag, dude. I saw that. This stupid fucking idiot didn't even clarify if it was the Georgia, like the state of America, or the fucking state, or the state, like the Georgia
country.
state.
There's the country, yeah. Georgia, yeah.
Literally, what a fucking clown. What a fucking idiot, dude. Georgia, look up Georgia flag. Yeah, like what a fucking clown, dude. Like seriously, you don't even know what you're protesting. You have no idea that Georgia's even a country.
I think I do have a conspiracy, but I'll let you guys.
I saw the caption was like, this dude literally Googled Georgia flag and bought the first one he saw.
Dude, they were showing, that was one of like the main pictures they were showing on the news for a while, and I think someone pointed out like, yo, this isn't even like a U.S. flag, and like they stopped showing it.
This protest had some of the ugliest flags. It was a great showcase of hideous flags.
I saw the 13 colonies flag.
Yeah, these people think they're patriots, dude. Yeah. That's the sad part. They literally think they're patriots.
Because they're all protesting different things, too. Like, if you asked them individually what they were protesting, you would get so many different answers.
They're literally protesting to start a civil war because that's what all of them want.
Yeah. But if you said, like, what do you actually want, they would just
They're all
not
prepper
know.
Conspiracy theorists who have been waiting their whole entire mouth-breathing life for the opportunity to have a civil war to prove that their prepping paid off, and it's not going to happen.
I love the people that are in surplus army gear.
Yeah.
Like, they literally look like such fucking idiots. Like, dude, you're not.
Bro, you think they look like idiots, and you haven't spent time in the military.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
I look at them like, dude, holy shit.
You look like such a fucking clown.
They're all cosplaying as fucking...
Yeah, cosplaying
they're fucking
as soldiers.
LARPers. They're LARPers, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, they should just, since domestic terrorism isn't a statute to, like, get people on, fucking charge them with stolen valor. You want to wear military uniforms, stolen valor.
That's basically what all the Proud Boys are. Right? They're just a bunch of...
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, the Proud Boys do that stupid shit.
Like,
wasn't Kyle Rittenhouse dressed up in a fucking...
Nah, he had, like...
army
he had some tactical stuff on, but I wouldn't say...
he had, like, jeans and, like...
Like, look at that.
They all have to wear the fucking sunglasses and the bulletproof vest and shit, like...
Yeah, like, look at that fucking clown, dude.
He's getting ousted, the Latino guy in the middle. At least they're trying to.
Okay.
Because he's not
Nazis. White. Oh, yeah. Like the Nazi wing of well, they're all Nazis, but
The most
white
Nazi.
the most Nazi wing of the Proud Boys
Extreme Nazi zone.
are trying to oust all the non-white members.
This is like a shield convention.
Wait, can we just bring up a picture real quick so I can like nitpick it? All right, let's look at this guy at the bottom left here with the flag sticking out of his vest. First of all, he has a bulletproof Molly vest on. He has no. He's not using the Molly system correctly. So you're supposed to weave in and out, ammo pouches in there. It doesn't have anything. He's also a fucking. I'm gonna use a army terminology, a gear queer. He likes gears and patches. This guy has fucking 3 different Velcro patches on. He has a subdued American flag. I think that's a Q. Is that a Q in the middle?
Oh, that looks like a Q with a yellow Q with.
Yeah, probably QAnon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so he's not even using the Velcro part of that correctly. Then we look on the bottom left part over there of his
The Swiss.
right there. Yep. For anyone that was in the military, they would know what that is. That's your IFAC. That's where all of your medical stuff is. That's brand new as fuck. Never been used. How can I tell it? There's no dirt on it, dude. Nothing's faded. This dude's never used it in his life.
Yeah, he bought all this stuff yesterday, like this. I feel like
Look at that tat. Is that supposed
he has
to be
a gas mask. He has a gas mask.
That's a deer.
On in front of him, like
No,
dude,
his tat.
It's like stars,
Yeah.
I think.
It's supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's supposed
it's
to be like
probably
the
the
American
flag.
It's probably the flag.
and then right there, that fox thing, dude. What the hell? Is that a
That's
knife?
mace. That's mace.
Is that
Mace?
mace?
Look at because if you see on the guy in front of him, he has. That's
Oh,
obviously.
yeah, it's the
mace.
same
Okay,
thing.
there we go,
Yep,
yeah.
they're sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
little
But
mace
you didn't even
containers.
point out the talkie on his chest. The walkie.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the walkie-talkie.
Which I'm sure is attached
so-
to nothing. Like he just likes to have it.
So that
Like-
walkie-talkie, let's assume that he's qualified and has everything to do it, which I'm almost certain that he doesn't. But if he does, dude, so that walkie-talkie, you have to get approved by the FCC to use it. I have one of those walkie-talkies just because that was a hobby that I wanted to start getting into. That walkie-talkie, dude, you have to be FCC approved and like regulated. You have to use call signs, like you get given a call sign. So anything that he says over that walkie-talkie can be monitored and used against him.
And why would you use a walkie-talkie when you have a cell phone?
Well, that's being monitored too.
it-
Dude,
doesn't make
it's
sense.
part of that. It's part of that prepper mentality, dude. It's once all the fucking once the temps or whatever put all the communications down, we got our walkie-talkies.
It's because all this is a costume. Like he didn't think about how any of this is gonna help him. I'm
This dude
going
has
in
a
his
fucking
mind.
Proud Boy patch.
He likes
over
how it
his
looks.
Velcro.
He knows that people put walkie-talkies here, so I put my walkie-talkie here. And
Yeah.
this thing has straps. I like the
He
straps.
literally-
They make me look tactical.
He looks like a fucking fool because he's not even like by the looks of it.
black camo
maybe,
for no reason. It's
He
just,
might have plates in there, but if he doesn't have plates in there, that's just a waste of money. Dude. All that bulletproof vest is gonna stop is a 9mm round because it's just Kevlar.
Yeah, Kevlar.
he's got a skull. He's got the bottom of a skeleton, or whatever, a skull gator, because he played Call of Duty and he liked Ghost. So this is the costume.
There's bulletproof vests.
It's
as far as the
everywhere.
eye
Every other person
can-
has.
literally. Yeah,
They all stopped.
some
There's
sort of
probably a
stupid
store
gear on.
like
Look at that
next
dude in the
door
yellow
that
hat, dude.
just cleared
Look at that
up.
dude in the yellow hat. He's wearing a fucking baseball
Yeah,
hat.
he's wearing a baseball helmet.
Yeah, it's a baseball.
Dude, any fucking round is
Yo, there's all gas, no
round-
brakes.
any round
Yeah.
is clap right through
Yeah.
that.
All gas, no brakes. I love when he just pops up.
Oh, this is like Where's
Yeah, dude,
Waldo?
all gas, no brakes is the Where's Waldo of any event like this.
Look at all the thin blue line flags. Like they make me sick, dude. These people,
And dude, and I can tell that none of these people are prior military because if they were prior military and wearing those vests, they would at least try to make it look like somewhat official.
Yeah.
You know, they would at least utilize a vest correctly.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the potential vets are probably not dressed up in this stuff because it probably sucks to wear it.
Oh, it does. It does. I mean, it's shitty to wear, and you don't want to walk around. Dude, it's literally like another 20 pounds on your body. You're walking around it all day, and then you just sweat. Why
And
would
all
you do
these
that?
fools have like a white claw in their hand.
They do.
Like Budweiser and White Claw.
That's exactly what the whatever, the Capitol terrorist attack, it looked like a fucking state fair.
Yeah.
When I was watching
Like
it,
a
I was
sea
waiting
of
for
clowns.
like they went in and then they went out, and then after that they just kind of hung around and sat in lawn chairs and shit. And it was just the slow
Thought they
meandering
were
of.
doing something good.
It looked like the State Fair free concert area where everyone's just waiting for whatever's supposed to happen.
Yeah, this looks like the army having a 4th of July party.
This doesn't look like the army, dude.
I'm also gonna go out. I'm gonna say something might be taken. I don't want it to sound sexist, but it might be. I have a strong suspicion that every woman in that crowd
Is there because of their...
does not have their. Yes, they don't have their own opinion. They are just eating up whatever their spouse or significant others tell them.
100.
Because like that chick in the white sweater with the black bulletproof vest, she literally probably just listens to her stupid husband on the right and just goes, yeah, I'm with this. And their husband had that black bulletproof vest and was like, you know what, I need a better bulletproof vest, and bought the one he's wearing. And he's like, here, you can have this shitty bulletproof vest.
Oh my god,
but she
dude.
doesn't have any opinions.
Okay, so
She doesn't have any opinions. She just listens
just
to whatever
knows.
the fuck he says.
Yeah.
You got gloves though. And
so are you saying her husband is a dude in the American flag face mask?
Yes.
Okay, so let's break this down. I know for a fact that this dude's not in the military. First of all, you're wearing ski goggles, dude. They're not ballistic. You're gonna get fucking clapped. Second of all, so he has his bulletproof vest on, and then you see that thing that's like buckled in right above, like right underneath his neck.
Yeah.
That's a fucking a water
Like a camelback.
camelback.
Yeah,
That's a
'cause
camelback.
He's like going to a concert.
That camelback straps on to the back of that body armor. You don't need to fucking strap it over like that. So that dude doesn't even know how to use the equipment correctly. And he's fucking stupid, because if that dude was in a crowd, you want to know what I would do? I would just pull back down on the strap of that camelback and choke him out.
Choke the fuck out. He looks like he's gonna hit the slopes though with those goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
There
what
you
the?
go.
He's prepared for something.
You really think that that's gonna really save you from the mace, dude? You're not even protecting your nose. I've had
stopped wearing.
I've had CS gas. I've been in multiple CS gas chambers. I'm telling you what, breathing that shit in is the worst part, not the eyes.
Oh yeah, when it gets in your, that shit used to burn my lungs in school. Fuck.
School?
T used to get pepper sprayed in school.
Is that what they did in school?
Yeah, when they had fights in my school, they just maced the hallways. Sometimes the whiff of it would go into the classroom, and I accidentally smelled some pepper spray while I was in the classroom, and it burnt like hell.
That was how they solved shit? They just gassed the hallway?
everyone's getting
We're
maced.
getting them, we're clearing it
City
out.
schools, wrong. City. Maybe don't do that no more, but city schools, at least when I went.
Yeah, dude, I even stopped wearing gaiters
I guess
as
it's
the face
effective.
mask because I don't want to be associated
No.
with these people at
It's another
all.
thing
Because
it's
they think
ruined.
it looks tactical and cool,
Cool.
so they ruined gaiters for me. Now I have to wear a shitty face mask like everyone else. Because most of them have the half skull.
I mean,
and
they
it's
ruined
fucking
the
cringe.
flag.
Oh,
too.
the predator skull.
Yeah, like that one
this guy
gentleman.
that has
From
Yeah, like
from-
that. Yeah.
Gentlemen.
That might have ruined the Punisher for me.
Yeah,
the
they
Punisher's
cringe.
really
Punisher.
ruined this.
Well, people like this love the Punisher.
Fucking love the Punisher.
Cops have that shit all over their cars. And
Dude,
Yeah, they put it on their
They
truck.
put a big Punisher sticker on their Dodge Chargers, and
They have Punisher
yeah, but,
tattooed.
you know, like,
yeah.
At least he went after some of the most vile criminals in the world. But no, at least people want to help him. They want to help him.
I don't see any MAGA hats really though. I see a couple, but
I
it's
see
all
red hats. I don't know what.
well, they're all Proud Boys. It's implicit.
Can I ask?
It's implicit.
Can I
that
ask you guys
they
something?
Support them. What's up?
Okay, do you guys think there's now a lot of these guys? Do you think there's a link between MAGA support and anti-science?
yeah.
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 Do you know that the anti-vaxxer movement and QAnon are like very closely related? QAnon fed off of the anti-vaxxer movement.
Yeah, they all don't believe in facts.
And they don't believe in the scientific process, which is a process that also applies to regular life. Where
Well, it's just a Dunning-Kruger effect,
Yes.
dude. All these people, they don't understand science because they're dumb. And
They
so
don't know
when
what they don't know.
So isn't
Yeah.
the idea of QAnon is that they think there are people on the inside with this knowledge that are
feeding it.
telling you the truth? Is that what it is? It's like there are people
No,
within
dude,
the
so
military
they-
and all that know
They think that
the government.
the guy Q,
oh, okay.
who started on 4chan, then went to 8chan,
They think
and
that
then
he
went to
knows.
8cum or whatever the fuck they changed it to. the person that was disguising themselves as Q, they thought was on the inside, feeding them like breadcrumbs to follow. Now, whoever this Q guy is could just be like, "Oh my fucking god, dude! Look what I did. This is fucking hilarious. Just a massive troll."
Yeah.
Or he could actually believe in this conspiracy shit. But like, dude, that's the dangers.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it
doesn't matter.
Become its own thing.
I mean, they have a couple books out.
The Q could come out and say like, "Hey guys, it was all fake. It's not real," and then it's too late.
Too late.
Yeah, they'd be like, "They got Q. There."
Then he's deep state.
Yeah.
Or that's not the real
deep state
Q.
got to him.
There's no fighting this, dude, because anyone that fights this is the deep state.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was nice. The nice thing about the recent terrorist attack is that I got to see what everybody looks like that supports this shit. And they're a lot less intimidating. They're scary in a different way now, where it's like, oh yeah, it's all the people with like 1,000-yard stares because there's no thoughts going on. There's mouth breathing.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking rocks.
Yeah,
rocks
there was the guy who like got
Your brain.
You got to fucking chisel facts into their brain like rocks, dude, for them to even get it, which is impossible. It's like you're fucking trying to chisel like slate to chisel into fucking granite.
The puzzle good thing this happened with this whole thing was that I got my best Reddit post ever out of it.
Oh, dude, this fucking guy, dude. Where's his company badge to the fucking protest?
This guy specifically, like, look at this guy.
Did he really?
This is not.
That's his company badge, dude. They were like, "What the fuck, dude? You're fired."
What an idiot.
That's his company badge
around his neck. Yeah, he's wearing his company badge. So somebody just saw the company logo and like contacted him, like, "Hey, you guys know that this guy wearing was there? He's right next to whatever, like the main." Whatever.
Q shop.
They're king.
People have been ratting these people out as soon as they should.
I love it, dude. I love it.
So
like you are like,
there's not a lot of thoughts happening in this man's head. Just look at every picture of him.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know.
He's committing a crime not wearing a mask.
Amish beard.
He went this far.
He thought this out so poorly. He wore his company badge.
I don't even know if he did it on purpose. Like I feel like he just left work, forgot to take his company badge off. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going," or he just
I want them to know who I am if they kill me.
Only place he ever goes is work, so it's just a second nature to throw the company badge on when he leaves the house. And he just
that guy who's
me leave house, me put badge on.
Me leave house, me badge on.
You know, believe in the pandemic, but don't believe in the pandemic. I feel like there was ever a time to wear a mask. This would be
that fucking place, dude.
It's such an easy thing. Nobody's gonna question you wearing a mask. This is the perfect time to do that.
But dude, science is a conspiracy, so can't do that.
What I've read is they didn't want to wear masks because they didn't want to make themselves seem like Antifa, because Antifa wore masks.
But
dude,
now they are Antifa.
Dude, if you agree with Antifa or not, good tactic.
But now all these guys are being called Antifa by their own people that are like, no, these guys are Antifa libtards now.
Antifa calls these people the terrorists, and they prove their point.
But the best part about all of this is everyone was just calling these people Antifa. And they're like, "No, dude, I'm a patriot." And we're like, "Nah, dude, you're Antifa."
They're disowned by their own people
Antifa.
now.
You're either Antifa or a terrorist. One of the two.
I saw a super omega conspiracy with it. Okay. After this guy was accused of being Antifa, Crazy Horns guy.
Yeah, I posted it on Facebook.
The conspiracy to save him was that he is a double secret agent where he was pretending to be Antifa the whole time.
The water buffalo?
And he actually has infiltrated numerous Antifa raids while wearing these horns, which actually have cameras in them. This is a real thing.
Oh yeah?
Somebody posted on Facebook.
I'm sure the FBI now has those.
So now the cameras, so he has all of the secret Antifa secrets within his camera horns. And this is not just something that some nut made up at the last second.
I love how the clown that wore his badge to the Capitol is wearing his hood, but has the hat
on top of the hood.
It makes no sense.
I don't
not even like opened up all the way, so it's not even fitting well.
I don't want them to profile me, so I'm gonna hide my hairstyle.
And I don't like the guy with the beard and the long hair because he looks like one of those know-it-all guys.
Like, yeah, I'm questioning what you're doing here.
Yep.
To the police officer, like, what are you doing
This is
here?
the stare he gives whenever you try to tell him off.
He looks like a he
thinks
looks
this
like a
is
sovereign
intimidating.
citizen.
What? You're telling me this is illegal?
Mhm.
The fucking Karen.
Well, who
of
gave you that power?
QAnon.
I'm just traveling.
I'm just traveling.
This is just on my journey,
No.
pal.
Guns don't kill people. The government does.
I like the attempt of the joke, but it fell flat. I'm sorry.
That was a Dale's remark.
All right, let's get some other conspiracies in here other than like recent ones.
Lizard people.
We've already
Wow,
talked
lizard.
about lizard people.
Lizard
We're gonna bring more up.
Mole
Always
people.
good though. Crab people.
Crab people.
Terrell people.
You guys ever hear the origins of the birds aren't real?
Not the
I
origin,
love the
but I'm a
birds.
fan of it.
I'll say that I laughed at birds aren't real until
People actually believe
there was a news article about a robot dolphin for a zoo.
What?
There's robot dolphin. This is a real thing. This is actual robot dolphin. That like, in order to not be
Dolphinless zoo.
cruel to zoo animals, there's a robot dolphin, and I'm pretty sure this is it, where it just looks like pictures of a dolphin. And after that, people were saying like, well, this is like a thing that like Russia or China or whatever, they've been accusing each other of using robot fish and stuff to spy on submarines for years.
That's crazy.
And then from there, you think like, well, fuck, if this is something that they have here, then they may have already had it for the military. So maybe the birds aren't real.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, but how
I don't know, man.
How
They might
efficient
not.
could that?
the birds aren't real thing came from back in the Cold War, dude. The CIA actually had a project where they were making drone birds, and like that got leaked, and so now everyone just thinks birds aren't real, or because of that was like an actual like CIA project.
Because they just referred to
They've
something
been trying
as
to
a
turn
bird.
everything into robots, though. Like people are stupid.
They tried to make bomb sniffing cats, dude.
Well,
Yeah, they got cats got good sense of smell. You can't
I
train
know
them
a
to do
cat
dick, though.
that's Nugget sniffing cat.
So if there's ever some anthrax nuggets,
Well, it's the
The
Guy.
bird with a CC cam,
I love this.
yeah.
cam on his head.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one.
The
The government's getting sloppy.
This one's still unpacked. This bird. Trash.
The bird in a fucking bag.
It's fucking shitty. That bird probably
I
died.
know, dude. This
Yeah.
sucks.
I can't get out.
Yeah, just haha, funny meme.
Yeah, the
Not
bird
real.
with the CC camera is fun.
That one, dude.
It just has such a catchy
I went.
thing. Birds aren't real.
Yeah, I went to the Reddit thinking it was like a joke, like they were just picking on people that believe birds aren't real. But it turns out there's a lot of people on there that really.
That's
believe
how a lot of
birds aren't
Reddit
real.
Yeah,
subreddits
it's like
are. It's like half and
flat
half
Earth.
people making fun of them and half people believing it, and you
Yeah.
don't know who's who.
That might be part of the problem, dude. Half of these fucking like conspiracies might
Yeah.
just be people like making it up, just bullshitting because
Dude,
it's
it's
so
trolling.
Do you know
ridiculous.
Easy.
so many Trump supporters
Nobody
are
can
just
believe
edgy 14-year-olds like on fucking Call
Yeah.
of Duty. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Trump's major audience is.
Yeah.
And it's the same with fucking birds aren't real and all this shit. It's just people love to say it in the anonymity of the internet. I get to say some ridiculous shit. I get to say that the Holocaust didn't happen and nobody's gonna yell at me. And then
Yeah.
some fucking special needs guy is gonna read that and think it's real. Basically, this guy who wore his fucking not her.
Badge.
The guy who wore his
Badge of
badge.
the
Like
pro-
I feel bad for him in a way. That's like he was just brainwashed by all these shit posters. There are some people who can think for themselves in here, and there's some people who fucking can't. There's people who we went to school with, which I will not name, who have posted a lot about how the masks are trying to kill us and like how they can't breathe and whatever. And I'm like, God damn it.
That's part of my frustration with it is like I feel like I don't know what the percentages are, but there's probably a good majority of people here who quote unquote did the research and like legitimately believe it on their own. You know, they're intelligent enough people to make their own decisions, but they have just chosen to believe this nonsense.
Yeah.
And then there's the other people the other percentage of people in these groups,
The rock brains
that listen to those people that can't form decisions on their own and aren't very smart, that are honestly just misguided souls that are getting totally fucked by all this nonsense. And if they could be convinced any other way, they would probably feel just as adamant about a different viewpoint if they could be convinced. But they're so deep in it now that they're just lost. You know, and there's no saving them. And I feel guilty because I feel like when I talk to people at work that believe this bullshit, I feel like it's part of my duty to try to get them to feel otherwise, because, you know, they're not that stupid. They're just been sold a. They're just gonna get the shit end of the stick, but they buy it. And when you tell them, like the guy I was telling you about before the podcast, when he said the stupid thing about Twitter, and I go, well, it's a private business, you can't tell him. And he goes, no, it's not. And then I go, and he goes, oh, it's against the Constitution. And you go, no, it's not. And he just doesn't believe it. You know, what are you supposed to do with somebody who's just refusing to believe the truth?
Dude, you could show them the Constitution, and they still will interpret it.
Would believe it. Yeah.
In the way that they want.
Or Constitution is like the new Bible.
Or even you could play it in an analogy. You tell someone to get the fuck out of your house. They gotta go. If they don't have any, if they're like, right?
Well, T, I mean, yeah, that makes sense to you. That makes sense to me. It makes sense to anybody in this chat right now. But to them, that doesn't make sense.
You can't.
You know, like Donald Trump's quote was, "When the looting starts, the shooting starts." But then when you have a literal assault on Congress, I'm very proud of you. I love you. You're all very special. You know, that's the rhetoric you're dealing with. That's the nonsense that these people believe. It's okay, like Fresco said earlier. If it benefits them, then it's okay. Because there's really no belief system. It's just what works best for me. Yeah.
It's all they're just a bunch of people who can't see through a grift, which is sad.
Human beings are not different really from 100, 200 years ago, right? Like, we're not smarter, we're not better, we just have technology have better shit now. Yeah, so like, we are what we have been taught and what we've been given. So that's why education is so fucking important, because that's the only thing that's really making us better than what we were. Because those people, everyone 200 years ago would be so much better if they were taught the truth and not just the few scrappings of whatever their king or rulers would have allowed them to know. But the fact is, like, these people are still taught.
So I will admit, one of my biggest things that I've changed almost 180 on is the socialization of education in this country. Because if anyone should take anything out of what has happened in the last year or so, it is a fact that we have a complete lack of higher education.
Critical
people
thinking.
And so if our government, and the best way to save our country is to educate more people to even just an associate's level, get that critical thinking, maybe get some exposure to fucking philosophy or anything. I want that because I think that is going to be what saves this country is
definitely
more educated people.
That's what we need. We need smart people. We need everybody to be smart.
If you think of the countless hours that have been dumped in this conspiracy nonsense, if they had literally applied that to anything else, anything, like being the best custodian on the planet, that this would
problems would be solved, dude. Yeah, problems would be solved, and with that, like, I'm not saying, like, okay, totally give everyone a free education at every level. Dude, if somebody wants to go to community college for free, fucking let them, dude. Yeah. It really is just an extension of high school, and some places like CCCs, just 13th and 14th grade, but that's 2 more years of education and of higher learning and a standard that they're being held to. Give it to them for free if they want to go. If they want to go to a SUNY school or any of their state colleges, let them go, dude. Just tell them, like, hey, you know, if we're going to pay for this, like, come and help out your state.
But I mean, besides that, just like actually fund all education up until that point. Like, make it so someone who graduates high school actually understands the world, and it isn't just like you pass the bare minimum of whatever bullshit state thing they said that you had to pass. Because that's it's not learning. Yeah.
Especially in the degree path that I went in, which it wasn't a STEM field, which is kind of more objective in the way that you had to have your thinking there. But like for me, going through like political science and philosophy, dude, most of my assignments were papers. Everything was subjective to myself, but I had to learn how to create arguments, how to defend my arguments, how to like do research. And if I presented my paper of a complete conspiracy to a teacher, I would have failed because I did not do my argument correctly, because I didn't do enough research to actually
prove it,
form
to make it.
Yeah, make sense, dude. Because then they'll just say, oh, you know, you said that this happened and this happened, but like really the evidence towards backing this is not backed by anything, really. You don't have any peer-reviewed stuff. You don't have anything.
It's all just...
It's hearsay.
Yeah.
You're not giving me an actual paper. And I would have failed.
What I'm about to say is kind of off topic, but I totally agree with you. You know, I used to hear the term, you know, the liberal snowflakes. I used to, like, I wouldn't say I believed it, but at the same time I go, yeah, if there's anybody sensitive, it's probably the left, because they do care about a lot. Mm-hmm. But I now believe that the right extremists specifically are the biggest snowflakes, because they can't handle anything other than what they want. They won't accept it.
Oh no!
You know, you're treading on my Second Amendment rights. Cry about this, cry about that. And they're constantly crying about things.
Well, Trump called them special, and that's exactly where the term like snowflake comes from. It's like, you're a special little snowflake. They're saying, yeah, that's what you guys are taught in school, so you're a snowflake. But that's actually...
Well, he only said special so he could still continue to somehow get that money.
But see, that's why they like him, though, because he makes them feel special, where... Well, that's something we also need to do, is make people feel like they have value. Like what Eric was saying, is be the best custodian you can. And we shouldn't be putting that down as like, that's all you are as a custodian. Like, no, we fucking need that. That guy's important. He's making shit.
And on top of that, dude, be the best custodian you can, because, dude, you and I all of us, we walk into a place that's, you know, may not be necessarily the cleanest, or like there's a better way to clean this or whatever. Somebody needs to figure that out. And you know who's not going to figure that out? Like an engineer is not going to figure out the best way to clean a bathroom in the most time efficient way, because that's not their fucking job and they don't care about it.
Doing it. Yeah.
But some janitor out there is going to streamline that process, revolutionize it, come up with an invention that cleans something better, because again, an engineer that's working on radars is not working on a brand new invention work on cleaning supplies. Yeah. Who's going to create that is a janitor who's working on the front line of janitorial stuff on a daily basis.
Like that.
There's too many people who are smart at one thing, and then we have to act like they're smart at everything.
Yeah, like if that clown with the Georgian flag, imagine if he had an extra 2 years of schooling and became a fantastic janitor. He probably would have known the difference between the country and the state.
If he had an extra 2 years to find out which flag was which.
Not only that, dude, but how much do you really care about your state if you don't even know what your state flag looks like?
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, that is education's failure at its finest. And that's where all these conspiracies come from.
Because these people just get pushed through, like, teachers don't want to deal with them. They're like, yeah, it's good enough. It goes on to the next
standardized testing. You're appealing to the lowest common denominator.
Not everyone's the same. We should be focusing on finding what people are truly good at and let them focus on that thing. By making us all do the same exact thing, it's makes shit like this, where people are sick of it.
People live in echo chambers and they can't accept anything other than what they want to hear.
And I think that's where education is a place where I think the right and the left, you can use both sides of it. For the left, it should be open to everyone's ability to. For the right, they should have the freedom to choose whatever the fuck they want to do.
I think the left would actually want that, though.
Well, I'm sure the left would want that too, but a right's concept would be to, I don't want government control of what I learn. Well, fine, dude. Learn whatever you want. It's for free. Who's going to argue against that?
They will.
Say, how are you going to pay for it?
Because people, a classic argument, well, my parents paid for it, so why should I get it?
They're going to say, how are you going to pay for it?
To me, that argument is only good when you're going to, like, a Harvard or one of these really private institutions that's, like, known to be pumping out, like, extremely smart
we're not going to say you should get free Harvard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I'm totally okay with that.
It's got to be a state school.
Harvard's already free for a lot of people. Big schools like that usually pay for your
But you're getting into Harvard because you're smart, so you're getting scholarships and you're going there for free, dude. And you should deserve to go there for free on your academic.
I paid off all my student loans. I want that to be the same for everybody else. I want everyone to have their student loans disappear.
What? I had to be a slave and you don't? Fuck you.
Bunk paid it off.
I don't want other people to have to deal with what I dealt with. Yeah, I worded it wrong. So I don't want everyone to have to dig themselves out of that same grave. It's shitty. Just get rid of it. I'm fine that I got fucked as long as nobody else does anymore.
And people don't want to. People just want to be oppressed and don't want people to ever get past their oppression.
Like, it feels like shitty when things like that happen. Like, fuck, I did all that, and maybe I didn't have to. But like, it's still like it's a good thing overall.
I got fucked, and no one else is there. So
why should fast food workers get $15 an hour when I do a more important job for less?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think you should get paid more too.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why every time when they first talked about the minimum wage raising, they're like, "Oh, fast food workers shouldn't get this." I'm an EMT. My job's more important than that, and I don't even get that paid much. And I would always go, well, you should get paid more too. Nobody's saying I don't think you shouldn't get paid that. That's the point.
Yeah.
Even $15 isn't enough. It's not enough to live on. It's not.
That
I don't
should
care
be
what you say.
minimum is what the word is, right?
And again,
minimum is the
going
word.
back to these union guys saying this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Eric, you showed me 5 guys yesterday and explained to me their job.
Yeah, and they just stand.
One guy flips one switch, one guy flips another switch, one guy watches the spool get spun, one guy sprays a hose, and one guy supervises.
Yeah.
Bro, it takes 2 people to do that job at most. But there's 5 people doing it.
One person could theoretically do it.
And there's 5 guys doing it, and they're getting overtime to do it. And then they want to bitch about someone who's
legitimately working hard.
I would never work in fast food.
Doing a job that none of them would want to do, for sure. Like, I definitely don't want to be a fast food worker. I was for like a month, and I hated it.
To me, a true patriot of this country wants everyone to
start making more.
The best, dude.
Be happy, yeah.
If everyone's not the best, your country's not the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's definitely
it's the same.
Definitely better ways to do it than what we're doing now, and then there's too extreme of ways of doing it. But to say that you don't want the lowest to come up some is just fucking stupid, dude.
It's
stupid.
It's the same stupid argument I hear about like people with food stamps. Like I can't tell you how many times I've heard it where like somebody goes, well, you know, I work my ass off. I don't get food stamps because I make too much. And then I see welfare bums buying lobster tails or fish or steaks with their food stamps. They shouldn't be allowed to buy those. They shouldn't this. They shouldn't that. Yeah, dude. I mean, to be fair, if I saw somebody with a food stamp card, first of all, it's none of my fucking business. It's not my life. I'm not living it.
You also don't know what that person did to get on welfare. Saying.
Yeah, you don't know why they're on the food stamps. So it could be a legitimate reason. And I would be a little upset if I saw them take their food stamp card on the first of the month, whenever they get it, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know, and literally fill up their shopping cart with steaks. Because that tells me they're not thinking ahead. They're just buying steaks with their stuff. That's stupid. But if you saw a person go in, buy all their groceries for the next week or two or whatever it is, and then they threw a couple steaks on top of that, what right do I have to be mad about it? And why would you be mad about it?
Plus, what kind of steaks could they be buying?
Just because they're poor, they have to eat ramen noodles every night? Just because they have to have food stamps, they can't enjoy a nice steak once in a while? You know, what's the fucking problem with it, dude? That's their food stamps, and if they want to waste a little bit of it on a nice steak because they want to feel alive and not just like they're surviving, more power to them. You know, it's like you said, it's the same stupid rhetoric. Well, if they don't make that, I don't make that much, so you shouldn't make that much. Well, who gives a fuck? Wouldn't you want to be able to get 2 free steaks a month? You know what I mean? Like, we should all be wanting that.
Steaks aren't even relatively that expensive.
No, I'm not arguing the price. I guess I'm just using.
Usually, these arguments are made up about people that don't exist.
Still say
it's like it's a made up story about this guy who's doing this thing.
That guy, that's where it was good. That guy pissed me off.
Unlike Eric's story about the cat eating chicken nuggets and Terrell filling his food bowl. That was real.
Yeah.
And so here's my more right-leaning view on all of it. I just want people to get past this oppression state of, oh, I'm being fucked. And it's like, dude, if everyone just keeps saying I'm getting fucked, both sides are going to keep saying, well, I'm getting fucked this way. And then one side's going to say, I'm getting fucked this way. And then we're never going to be anywhere. People got to stop being so privy to to saying they're getting fucked, and we need to like work together on how to not keep fucking each other, and that's a problem.
Well, I feel like one side is okay with people getting fucked.
But that's a problem, dude. And these people that are saying, "Oh, I'm a patriot. I want America to keep existing." Bro, we're not going to keep existing with conspiracy theories getting spread that one side's getting fucked, and then and it's a pendulum. It's a pendulum because right now the right's getting fucked. Maybe in like 12 years, we'll have a Republican president. Now the left's getting fucked.
How are they getting fucked?
Well, I'm just saying that's how they view it. And so the pendulum is going to keep swinging back and forth. I'm getting fucked. No, now I'm getting fucked. And it's whoever's going to be in office that's going to swing that pendulum.
The people at top have
Who's
turned
getting
themselves.
fucked is the workers.
Well, that never changes.
They've turned us against each other.
But that's just.
We're eating ourselves. We're like crabs in a
I think Luke
bucket.
is saying whoever's in power gets the criticism usually.
Yeah, that's like what I'm getting at. And I think people
like
just
to
need to
criticize
stop.
I
think people just need to stop for a second, and I don't want to take away people's First Amendment rights.
I mean, Trump
or whatever.
would
I don't want to
switch what
sound like
party
I'm
he
saying
was.
let's take away people's First Amendment rights, but I think we should just stop the protesting for a second because both sides are misinformed about things. The right now is completely misinformed on a ton of shit right now, and I think everyone needs to sit down.
I kind of wish we could go back to being boring for like a little bit. Just
dude, so do I.
I want the news to be just like something that people aren't thinking about for like a little bit.
I want people to be complaining about the color of the suit the president is wearing again. People got pissed off that Obama was wearing a tan suit one time.
Yeah, I was watching old Daily Show clips.
What the problem is if we go back to that,
then they'll go back.
We're still ignoring the actual problems.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Then the problems existed still.
We gotta stop ignoring the problems and start getting fucking solutions.
Because if we start talking about the president's suit color, I'm gonna be upset that we're not talking about wealth inequality.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't be. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we got it. But to get to that point of talking about the president's suit color, we have to get to. We gotta get to those. We have to get past those.
Okay.
One thing it's a good, I guess it's one good outcome of the year is that I think as a whole more people are learning about the evil bullshit that we can't be dealing with anymore.
I think a lot of people are just seeing how stupid, like a great majority of Americans can be.
Yeah, brought to light a lot of the
how susceptible to stupidity they can.
We just kind of assumed these people weren't there, or there wasn't that many of them, but.
Exactly, dude. That's, bro. I don't want to name drop names because that's bad on here. But we all know a certain mongoloid that used to wear a backpack around school all day. Was on the wrestling team, wrestled heavyweight, got one fucking win his entire year. I thought that there was only one of those in this world.
Yeah, that's a great example. The weird kid in your school. It turns out he exists.
There's multiple militia.
Millions of times. There's millions of them. Yeah.
Okay.